Introducing Rob Talks Hockey. Dang it, Bobby.
Is this thing working? Good. Yeah, so the NHL is just crazy these days. Am I right? The only thing consistent about the league and just reffing is how inconsistent they are. Am I right, people?
Nah, Rob, I ain't feeling it, dude.
Come on, Rob. No.
Okay. That's enough. It's enough.
This just isn't it, Rob.
Thank you. We don't need to hear from you.
You're a funny guy, Rob. Keep going.
Okay. Alright. In a game that contains so much intensity, unmatched physicality, it was only a matter of time before the NHL banned kicked in goals. And funny enough, many ask, why even bother? You can take a puck to the face to score a goal, so why not kick? Well, to circle back, in a game that is so intense, it would without a doubt cause excruciating issues if in the dying seconds of a game, players attempted to score by kicking sharp blades in the face of a goaltender. And the history of the kicked in goal goes way back. In 1918, it was ruled that kicking the puck was only allowed in the neutral zone. 10 years later, it was ruled that kicking was allowed anywhere on the ice, except when scoring a goal. And finally, the league would introduce Rule 49, specifically 49.2. Kicking the puck shall be permitted in all zones. A goal cannot be scored by an attacking player who uses a distinct kicking motion to propel the puck into the net with his skate and or foot. A goal cannot be scored by an attacking player who kicks the puck in that deflects into the net off any player, goalkeeper, or official. And in this year's Stanley Cup playoffs, we would witness an extremely polarizing call because of what had to be the most chaotic NHL series in history. Battle of Alberta, baby. I mean, the Flames kicked off the series by scoring 3 goals in the first 6 minutes.
Lindholm open to the first shot, scores! Pass in front, scores! Andrew Mangiapane is pumped by Ritchie, scores!
Where the Oilers would then tie up the game 6-6. Yeah, you know what they say, a 6-2 lead is the worst lead in hockey. And it would end with a 9-6 final score in favor of Calgary. Yet, we would see the Oilers take a demanding 3-1 lead in the series. And heading into Game 5, it was much of the same. Physicality, high scoring, and then it happened. Late in the third, the game was tied up 4-4, and Backlund would make a nasty move, cut to the net, and score.
He's going to charge back in. Michael Backlund, shot, score!
Wait, what?
It looked like it was going in anyway.
Oh boy, that's hard to tell.
There's no goal in the play. The puck was taken from the net.
Blake Coleman, who was attempting to stop, would use the side of his foot to deflect in a puck that was already going into the net. And so in a situation where the puck was most certainly already going in, the ref would shock the building by declaring it was kicked in, no goal, which would lead to overtime, where Connor McDavid would score the biggest goal of his career. So it begs the question, yes, Blake Coleman was evidently trying to stop, while at the same time conveniently pushing the puck into the net, but what does the NHL consider a kicking motion? Well, back in 2014, NHL executive Mike Murphy would explain the following criteria for assessing an apparent kicked in goal. So let's use this criteria to examine the Blake Coleman goal. 1. Was there a distinct kicking motion? Yes. Many seem to not be aware, but kicking in the puck with the side of your foot also constitutes as a kicking motion. As right here, this angle clearly shows Blake Coleman conveniently extending his leg out, perfectly launching the puck. 2. Did the distinct kicking motion propel the puck into the net? Yes, without a doubt. 3. What direction was the skate/player facing? Blake Coleman was facing towards the net, with his hips twisted due to making contact with Mike Smith. 4. Did the puck have enough inertia and/or force to go into the net on its own, and the skate just changed the direction of the puck? For this case, it was going in regardless. 5. Did the skate change the direction of the puck? Yes, it did. Slightly. Now, if we want to make an argument about the fact that it was going in regardless, I am fully on board. But what is funny about this absurd situation, or perhaps ironic about this decision? It has been the most consistent thing the NHL has ever done. As I went back in history and tried to find the most similar quote-unquote kicked-in goals we've seen thus far, in 2014, Thomas Vanek, who was doing a tomahawk turn in the crease, would propel the puck into the net in a similar fashion. However, this was waved off. In 2013, we would see an even more similar play as Keith the Coin in the middle of stopping, where he would also conveniently use the side of his skate to propel the puck into the net. And honestly, I think this whole controversy is the fact that when people hear the term kicked in goal, they automatically associate it with the soccer kick. But that's just not the case. As the NHL looks at kicked in goals that result in movement that launch the puck into the net. However, you are allowed to deflect. As even just this past year, we would see a very controversial goal from Nate Thompson, as he would lunge out his foot in a kicking motion. However, the puck ended up just deflecting off his skate, not as a result of kicking, but as a result of Thompson setting up a timely foot deflection. Whereas it would be impossible for Blake Coleman to deflect a puck in as he was chasing the puck. But back on the topic of similar waved off goals. In 2013, Bobby Ryan would also have his goal waved off as he used the inside of his foot while stopping to propel the puck into the net. Matt Calvert, who was driving to the net, not even aware of the puck or where it was, would stop as he kicked in the puck similar to Coleman, and this was a no goal. And I can keep going, as Chris Kunitz, after getting his own rebound, would attempt to stop conveniently on the puck, where it would propel off his stopping foot, then hit his other foot, which would redirect into the net. But again, according to the rulebook, if the initial puck motion was based upon a kick, it does not matter if it legally deflects in afterwards. Thus, it would be no goal. But Rob, he was stopping. You are an idiot. What I think we just learned from the Coleman disallowed goal, and all the others I just mentioned, whether he was stopping or not, does not matter. What does matter is that his foot propelled the puck into the opposing net. So whether it was unfortunate timing, or Coleman knew what he was doing but didn't know how the rules worked, the goal counting because he stopped to propel the puck into the net is a mute argument. Oh, Coleman, he didn't mean to. He was just stopping. It doesn't matter. If you're upset about the fact that stopping into a puck that is then propelled into the net, then think about the fact that players will then just make stopping the new kicking motion, which would make this rule even more arbitrary and just subjective in distinguishing whether a player was truly stopping or he knew what he's doing. That would be an even bigger nightmare. And trust me, I know I'm gonna get absolutely roasted in the comments about this take, but hey, I live in Calgary. I was attending the Red Lot and Red Mile, and myself, along with other Calgarians more than anyone, wanted the Flames to win. But I feel like, if anything, this is all about misinterpreting the rules. Players don't even understand this rule. Blake Coleman said it himself.
I don't know. I don't think I understand the rule.
And if you want to be actually mad at the league for inconsistency, this just wasn't it. Nothing was quote-unquote robbed from the Flames. Sorry, not sorry. If anything, we should be celebrating the fact that the league has been consistent for once. And if you want to be actually upset at a horrible call, get mad at the Brett Hull in the crease Stanley Cup winner, as the league clearly stated that being in the crease will result in a non-goal and called this play consistently all season. Just to funny enough forget during the Stanley Cup finals, get mad that this was a cross-checking penalty in the same season as this cross-check. Get mad that the Edmonton Oilers have a 40-year-old goalie who let in this goal. Get mad that the last first-round pick the Oilers traded was the Barzal pick, and since then, so 7 years, they have not been willing to trade draft stock for a better team around McDavid. Get mad that officials will call a 5-minute penalty just so they can review it and see that it shouldn't have been a penalty at all. However, according to the rules, they still have to give out a 2-minute minor because, I don't know. Get mad because Paul Bissonnette cursed your team, turned into Peter Mansbys after your team lost. Get mad at Blake Coleman for making a bonehead play on a puck that was already heading into the net. But don't get mad at the league for being consistent for once. And lastly, don't get mad at me for spitting facts.